Hi, this is Aziz Khan, and if you remember the last part, I just described a bit that what I wanted to convey through these videos. So in this video, we will try to see one more sample question. It's not exactly from CKA; it's from the Killer Shell. There's a good website, but as I told you, that basically you can, if you learn on the website, it's much better, much easy, but they charge you something $30 per month. So I will try to show that which of the questions which are part of that exercise we can do it on our normal setup as well. So in this lesson, we will learn that, for example, if I want to schedule a pod on a control plane node, because if you will schedule a pod is generally scheduled on a worker node. But if you want to put a node, or if you want to put a pod on our control plane node, then there are some ways we need to see. We need to see that how it can be achieved. So I have basically tried to put some of the commands that we will be using when we will be doing it. This K is always for kubectl. Generally, we make a alias for K. So first we will do get nodes, then we will describe the control plane node, whatever its name is. It may not have the same name, other name on your system, but we will check the taint, and we will check something after the taint as well, so that we can know the control plane tainted, how it is tainted, if it is tainted or not. And also we will try to see what are the labels, and then we will generate a simple code for to run a pod on a control plane node. I mean, initially we will just generate a code, and then we will modify the code so that it can run on a control plane node with very simple ease. So we will use vi, and through vi we will be modifying the YAML file. So let me take you to the place. So basically this is the first part. You can say I did kubectl get nodes, and I saw that these are the two nodes that I have. One node is called a minikube, it's a control plane node. Second is minikube M02, this is the worker node because its role is not there, so it means it's a worker node. So let me do the second part of it. After this, we say that we will try to check the control plane node taints. I will change the node name to, I will describe this minikube node. So here you can see that there are no taints on this node. So generally it may be tainted, but for us it is not tainted. So then it means that we just need to get the labels of that, because now we will use the labels so that we can ask kubectl to place our pod on the node which has some specific label. So these are the two nodes. This is the worker node. If you see here, this node has a lot of similar label than the other node. But if you see some of the labels, like let me show you, these first are the same. Okay, this is the label. So if you see that this node has a node role.commons.io control plane. So this has a label which tells us that this node is a control plane node. So let me do one thing for you. Let me first take the last point from here. We will run this command. Let me describe you this command, that what it will do. So this will run a pod, and this pod will have an image, which is this one, You can take any image for this because image is not very important for us. This is a alias. I will just let you know this alias is what it does is that it makes a try run and it gives an output as a YAML one, and then we will save it to cpnode.yaml. So let me change the name because I already have something with this name. Let me change it to a new name. So what this all did is that it created the code for a pod using this image, and then it did not actually run the pod, but it just would make a dry run of the code, and it gives the output in the YAML, and that output was then redirected to this file so that we can just modify this file, and then we can just try to, but just to show you, if you see, this pod is running on minikube m02. This pod is running on the worker node. It is not running on the control plane node because we have not done anything specific in this pod to make it run in the control plane node. That's why it did not run. Let me do this again because this has nothing inside. So what it do is that when I run it, it runs the pod automatically, and it just put the output of that run in that file. So this is also something that we already learned. Then when we try to run it again, it says that the pod is already there. So it was not able to, because we have asked to create a pod by the name of pod 1. So it is not created it. Let me first do something to make things a bit easy for us. So I will first export this alias dry run is equal to client hyphen. Okay, now let me run it again. So now if you see that when I run it, now it did not give this error. That error from the server already exists because now it has copied the actual code. Now if I will do cat or I will do vi, now if you see when I cat this, it gives me the full code. That okay, this is the code. This is the code that we need to change because this code does not have anything to tell that where it should put the actual pod. So now let me change it. So it has the same name and everything. What I have to do only is that I have to add only one point here. I have to ask it that it should be selecting a node. Okay, I will give it a node selector, and based on that selector it has to schedule on a specific node. It should not be scheduled on each and every node. So I will put here node selector, and basically how we select a node. Let me take you to another place. Kubernetes.io. Let me show you that how to use node selector. Okay, adding pods to nodes. So if you see here, it says that there is a node selector which can assign a pod directly to a node. And how node selector works, it's not giving us the code. Okay, so what we have to do is that we have to put this node selector, and then we have to put a label here, or anything which is provided as a label we can put it here. So if you remember, we have this label. I mean, this label has no value, so we only need this part after node selector. So this is copied. Let me go back. Here I will add the node selector. These names are always camel case. So this is the node selector, and as we don't have anything, so I will put it empty, because we saw there it was empty. If you see here, all these names are camel cased, so node selector should be camel cased. Node should be without with a smaller letter, and this should be with the capital letter. So we are ready. We already have one pod, so let me change the name of this pod. We can make it pod 2, so that it don't fight with that pod now, but this will go in the in the different node. So let me apply this kubectl apply hyphen s. Now it says that another pod is created. We see that we have used almost same code, but with only one difference, that we have put a node selector. Now if you see here, pod 1, it was having almost same pod, same code, but it went to the normal node. This pod 2, we just added one node selector in it. So because of the node selector, because we used this label which was in the control plane node, so based on that label, this pod is scheduled on the control plane node. So hope I hope to tell you, now you see that this is running as well. So if you see here, this was also on the control plane node, and this is, that's why these both have similar kind of IPs, and these, because these are in the same node. This was 83, this was 84. So I hope this video should give you some more better idea. If you will give me some kind of feedback, then I will be more able to tell you that okay, what is good and what is bad, and what is if you are getting any issue, if you are trying to do the same thing, and if you are having any problem, then make a comment so that we can work on that. If you are not able to even reach to this place, then still you can let me know, and I can try to guide you, and I hope that you will be following it. I will try to make as much, I will try to explain as much questions. So these are two questions that we completed. First question was about the contexts. Now this question is about that how we can add a node to the control plane. I hope that you should be learning something with it. You should be learning some Kubernetes, you should be learning some Linux, how we do things, how we add things. If you are having any issue, any problem, just let me know so that I can add some specific things to your things specific to your issue, so that you can understand things easily. So let's meet in the next video. Please like, subscribe to my video so that the reach of the video increases. I hope you like it, but if you don't like any part of it, then please be candid and let me know. So see you again.